Thursday, December the 10th. Okay, let's take a look at the monitor here. Today we have a good day. I've been going around 94,000. Not much change since, I would say, a couple of months. But what we need to do is keep on doing our rotation, new trades, rollovers, and so on. And so that when a big move occurs in the market or otherwise a big spike in volatility, we will benefit from it very nicely. So even if it seems that we're not making any progress, we are. We're just counting time until the big move either in a couple of individual stocks or in the entire market. So what I'm going to do now routinely is look at the different stocks that we have, and I'm going to show you how to see whether we have made money or not with individual trades. So let's start with this ATVI. This is my watch list, and you just say current account. That's all you need to select, and it will display in the watch list all of your current trades. So I'm going to click here, and then I go to the Analyze tab, and here's my trade. Be sure to include a yellow flag here, a yellow icon here, and that icon matches that in your Analyze tab, so that when you click on the trade, it shows up here. Okay, so yeah. In this particular trade, we have January 15th expiration and January the 8th for the short. This is quite bullish right there. Okay, and let's take a look at the chart. All right, we have rallied up, and now we want to both take profits and set ourselves to a more neutral situation, okay, because it made a move. Let's take a look at the Analyze tab. So then I'm proposing here I have 6 calls, I'm sorry, 8 calls long and 4 short, so that makes a difference of 4. And I have only 1 put. So that's why you have the deltas being positive. And so, okay, how about if we just sell additional calls here? I will get $1.79 times 100 times 2. Okay, so that's 179 times 2, 300, whatever it is. Okay, so by doing that, I'm reducing my deltas to 36. Okay, so I'm still delta positive, but I have taken some profits. If I do 3, that looks a little more negative. Okay. Also, instead of the January 8th shorts, I could just simply sell some of the long calls. Okay, so it really doesn't matter whether you sell the January 8th or the January 15th. What matters is what your deltas end up being. I don't want it quite that negative. So what if we just sell 2 of the long ones? Analyze closing, sell 2. There, and that remains delta positive, but let's say compare the 2 of them. See, okay, this is 34 and this is 32. So if we sell the long calls, we are going to get more money back, and my deltas are going to be still positive. So I'm going to do that. All right. Also, we can sell this long put, and that will make it into a single calendar side, a calendar spread, which is a ratio calendar. I'm not interested in that. I want to keep this 85 put in case the market collapses. Okay, so let's sell those 2. Confirm and send, and that's going to give me $492 minus the commission. Okay, that's it. it filled very nicely because it's one, um, it's not a spread, it's a single option, two single options, okay, two single calls. All right, so I'm happy with that. And let's say that ATVI continues to go up, I could make money. If it collapses, not only I could still make money because volatility could increase, even though the delta is positive, uh, it's not by much. Let's move on to BABA. By the way, you can always go to the monitor tab and go 120 days or as many as you want, and then you can see the trade history to see what has happened. So my original trade was an 8-4, 15 October. So things have changed since I started this trade. But I can see, I just click here on symbol and I look down to TBI and I said, well, that was not a very successful trade. Okay. So you could take a look at all of this and copy all of them. And also you can check here the market value. How much am I risking further is $1,100. All right. So who knows? That trade could still be successful between now and January. So we'll keep an open mind right now. I don't need to do anything. If I had to do a rollover and evaluate, is it worth doing the rollover? I might say no. Okay, let's go to BABA here. Okay, BABA, it looks like it's about to collapse below the previous low, or at least test that before bouncing back up. That's my sort of quick technical analysis. Look at the stochastics. Here is going down. That's a signal that it could go further down. The Ichimoku cloud is now, the front of the Ichimoku cloud is red and the market is below the cloud. So that's bearish, okay? The trend is down. Okay, that's a general analysis. I don't want to rely too much on it. It gives me an idea. Okay, let's go to the Analyze tab. And here again is delta negative. And I think that that's exactly what I want. If there is a bounce, we will be all right. But if it continues down, so much the better. Okay, I see here that I have rolled down my puts to 55. Okay, so nothing else to do. The expiration for my shorts are in January. Let's move on to Comcast. Okay, here's December the 8th. That is next week, expiration. Okay, so we can do the rollover of the two of them. Let's see what happens if we do that. Both puts and calls. I select them both. These are 8 days to expiration, as you can see here. And I'm going to roll it to January. Analyze rolling. Let's delete this here. I don't need that. Okay. All right. So you can see that the deltas are minus 140. And this stock is going down big. Okay. So we can do the double rollover. Let's go all the way to January the 5th, January the 8th. Okay, I get 48 cents out of that, still delta negative. If I do that, oh, it becomes delta positive. I don't quite want to do that because this stock is moving down significantly. It might go all the way down to retest the Ichimoku cloud. Look at the stochastics pointing down, and this is bullish, okay? So delta positive won't hurt us. But I think right at this time it's delta negative. Okay, so what I can do in this case, what if we only roll over the calls and then next week my puts will be expiring and then I could figure out what to do with them next week. Okay, so I'm going to do analyze rolling and only roll the calls to January. Okay, first of all I get 53 cents times 10. is 5 times 100, so it's $530 I'm gonna get out of this rollover. And my deltas are delta neutral, and I like that. If you can neutralize your delta, you're in good shape. Okay, the puts, then we'll see next week. These puts might tend to expire worthless, but if the stock goes further below that, we will be in good shape. So let's do that. It doesn't fill right away. We will, as usual, keep an eye on that and make sure that it gets rolled over before the end of the trading day. Okay, here we have DGX. Okay, we're right in the middle of that. If I were to look at this on a daily basis, I might wait for the next day because we are right in the cone. All we can do here is roll over the calls. We are right in the middle of it. This is not a Gini trade, this is a seagull, because as you can see, we have 3 legs to this trade. Okay, so what to do? I'm simply going to roll the calls to January, and if I need to sell puts, I will, but not right now. By doing that, it becomes a little less delta, affected by theta. Look at the theta is positive. Every passing day makes me $20. That's what it means, 19.95. And then I like this better because in case there is a strong move in either direction, the ends are kicked out further out. And I'm gonna get here, create duplicate, confirm and send. I'm gonna get $2,000 in credit, but I will alter this in all likelihood. So let's send that off. And I could sell puts if the market falls below 125. Okay, I will come back to that at the end of this session. Let's go to DHR, and here again we are right in the middle. Okay, not right in the middle, we're a little below, so we want to do this rollover and kick the ends. Look at the deltas is 64, that makes it more delta neutral. Let's look at the chart. Yeah, I would think being delta neutral is a good idea because this is quite mysterious. It's in the middle of the Ichimoku cloud, which means it could break down or it could break up. And this stochastics is pointing down, but it didn't quite make it to the top. So I'm suspicious about that. So I'm going to say, let's do that. Let's do the rollover right now. Confirm and send. The LTR, December 31st, we don't have to change that now. Let's move on. Facebook, we don't have to change that now. It's going down. Let's take a quick look at the chart. Yeah, this could go in either direction right here. The Ichimoku cloud is very thin here. It's like the stock is very slightly above, but the stochastic is pointing down. It looks like it wants to break down, so I'm just not going to change it. Okay, it's delta negative slightly. I like that, very close to neutrality. So no need to change that. January the 8th is a long way to expiration. Logitech, again, expires next week, 8 days from now. And we're very close to 90. Let's take a look at the chart. And it looks like the stock is going above the current, this finding support here on the Ichimoku cloud. The stochastic is pointing up. That won't take long before it reverses, but this could mean a test of the previous highs. It might actually break above it, so I want to make sure my deltas are not too bad. Okay, I want to do the rollover because I think this stock may move strongly higher. And doing the rollover makes neutralizes my deltas a little bit, but not a lot. And we can always sell one of the calls, but I think that could be later. Okay, the Logitech just got filled. Okay, let's take a look at the chart. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone, but I could definitely sell one of my long calls. Just one. That will make it delta negative. I'm not likely to do that. You can also roll it up. I'm close to 90, so I'm gonna leave it alone. That looks great, okay? If the market goes down, if this particular stock goes down, likely is that the volatility would increase. So that's what I'm counting on. And let's move on. Nike. Quick look at the chart. Expiration is coming up here. So I think I want to get out of this trade now because I don't want to be waiting for the expiration to occur, that the earnings to come. Earnings can reduce the volatility too much. Okay, and so I'm closing this trade. December expiration and January expiration. Yeah, that makes sense. And let's move on. Qualcomm, no need to change anything. Delta slightly positive, that looks great. Starbucks, that looks great too, quite bullish. The stock has been moving up strongly. Just made a new high here. Starbucks is looking really strong. And that's what you want. That's why I'm picking the winners, because the market could collapse and bring all the winners along with it. But if they keep on going up, I want to be in the winners and I want them to be delta positive. That looks great. And it's below my smiley face here, my curvy line. So no question, no need to change that. Okay, move on to TJT. And in this case, it looks like I'm being, let me take a look at, I think I had one from last week. Yeah, I set this up for last week and it hasn't filled that order back from when. Okay, so I'm going to need to change this. Cancel replace, and then let's move this a little lower. It's still a wide natural versus mid and a wide range, so let's see if the 30 cents will do it. If not, we're going to change this. Let's move on to T-Mobile. T-Mobile. Okay, that looks like it's pointing downwards. It's way above the Ichimoku cloud, so it might tend to come to touch it again. The stochastic is certainly pointing in that direction. And here again, January 8th, February, no need to change anything. And it's not above the smiley face, so I'm not going to change that. Okay, let's go back to TJT. Okay, let's take a look at the chart. It looks like it wants to get filled very quickly, very soon. We'll give it a chance, okay? And then when we do that, this December's 11th will become January 8th, and that will be fine, in theory at least. But you can see I'm trying to roll over the 45s. What I could do is also roll over only the call side and let the put be alone, because the put might tend to expire worthless. You see what I mean? The put will expire worthless unless, of course, between now and then the stock goes down to below 145, which is less likely. So let's cancel this. And just do the call side. And the put, then next week, we could sell additional 6 puts, 3 puts for a total of 6 just before expiration. In fact, that's what is happening. I'm sorry, and now I realize that these expire today. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add 3 puts here. So add. I hope this is going to be clear once I explain it a little better. Go to 145, and I'm going to add the January 8th puts, 145. Not much there to be added, really, but I could. Okay, so I'm going to press the Control key and just click on that. Okay, and sell 3 puts. That is, I'm not buying back the puts, and this is expiration. Tomorrow is expiration, and this 145 puts for December the 11th are going to expire worthless, so I can just leave them alone, let them expire. That's the rationale. I wouldn't do that with 3 months to expiration, but with 1 day to expiration, that's another issue. Okay, and here we are. So let's cancel. There, it is canceled. So let's go analyze and do this 3. And what I'm doing, again, I'm rolling over the calls from December 11th to January the 8th. 3 calls. I'm buying back the shorts and selling new shorts at a different expiration on January the 8th. The puts, the 11 puts, I'm pretty sure that it will expire worthless, so I'm selling the puts for January, and I'm presumably getting 10 cents out of it, whatever. If that doesn't work, I'm just simply going to do the call side only, like this, and get 45 cents out of it. See, presumably I'm getting 10 cents or a little more than 10 cents. And then this thing will still be bullish, and I could sell one of my 145 calls. Let's take a look at the chart again. Yeah, I think this could reverse in short order. So let's go and let's try this first. The 3-legged rollover. And I get $189. That's no big deal, but this is what we do. All right. Let's go back, and from the bottom here, I'm going to change my trades until they get filled. So 53 cents, 52 is what is in the markets right now. So let's cancel, replace, and reduce that somewhere in the middle there. Okay, DJX, yeah, I'm asking a little too much. Cancel, replace. And then go down a few cents until it gets filled. Okay, so that got filled. That was the GGX. Okay, this one here is a rollover. I'm asking too much again. Of course, you want to get as much as you can, but you have to be realistic, because you don't want to be holding this trade indefinitely. Okay, this is the the target is still 63 cents, but we can reduce it by, I don't know, a few cents here until it gets filled. And we come back to it until eventually they all get filled. Let's go back to Comcast. And Comcast got filled. Cancel replace. Let's reduce our target here. And the DHR got filled. Well, this is pretty urgent to do, but I would do the call side at the least. And so what happens if we don't get it filled by tomorrow? Well, then I'm going to be assigned 300 short shares of target, which I don't want. But even if that happened, then on Monday I will be correcting that. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop it here. I'm just going to try one more time, reduce this a little further. And give it a chance. If that doesn't get filled, then I'm going to do the call side only. That's 27 cents. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Please be sure to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Once you have done that, be sure to also click on the bell so you get a notification of future videos coming up in this channel. Be sure also to click like if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to share it with your friends and family. Thank you very much.